Hi guys. How are you? Have you missed me? I've missed you guys. Ooh, it's been a week. No lie. Mega week. So, um, I had another trip to North Carolina. Probably pissed my daughter off in the process, but she doesn't know the whole story. Um, I finally got to save my best friend in the entire world that I have been best friends with for 22 years. Um, had been in a really bad relationship. Hi, baby. What you doing, buddy? And so I got to go down to North Carolina and bring her this way. Um, and so she's here until tomorrow, and then she starts her life. And so um nothing went as planned at all. I was on call for 2 days. Oh my god! Did you get to go work on that roof? Hey, Odyssey, what you doing, babe? Oh my god. Okay, babe. Josh, did you get to go work on that roof? Oh yes, awesome, babe. Sweet, Odyssey. It's pretty much what I'm doing up here. Just chilling. It's, as I said, it's been something else. Hey, Drops. Haven't seen you guys for a little while. Nice to see you. Anyways, okay, so nothing went as planned. I was on call for 2 days while she secretly packed everything up. Okay. And it was, if he noticed her, she told him that she was packing stuff up to take to Goodwill. Excuse me. And if he noticed her packing up something that he knew meant something to her, then I was going to have to book it to her because all HELL was going to break loose. And so I was going to have to be able to get to her. But we had planned for Thursday. Stacy, your phone's going off, darling. Um, it's Shantina. But let's see. We had planned for Thursday. And I'm not going to say his name, but let's just say F, and it doesn't stand for his real name. It stands for Fucker. Okay? F was supposed to have gone to work that morning, and I was supposed to swoop in and secretly take off with her and no one be the wiser. Well, F decided that he wasn't going to go to work that day. So my friend decided, okay, well, I have got to figure out some other way to do this. So she was like, okay, well, Wendy was just down here in North Carolina a few weeks ago. Fred doesn't know that. Oh, sorry, you guys didn't hear that. F didn't know. Fucker didn't know that she had already gone home. So I'm just going to tell him that she has been down with her kids this entire time and that she's leaving now and that she's going to stop and say bye to me and that she's going to take me out to eat and we're just going to drop all this stuff off to Goodwill and I'm going to have her take my computer to some place to get some RAM put in it. Okay, all fine and dandy. Um, so, um, I get there and we get her stuff loaded into my vehicle, and, um, a couple of her other friends show up to kind of, help with the situation if the situation started to get out of hand. Luckily, F stayed in the bedroom most of the time. He came out a couple of times, just don't know why. But anyway, he stayed in the bedroom most of the time. Well, we're leaving, okay? Oh my God, you have no idea, okay? We are out getting in the vehicles. Stacy is disabled. She's had multiple strokes, can barely walk, okay? Not supposed to technically be driving, but we had to somehow get her vehicle out of there. And so she was getting in her vehicle. I was getting in mine. Her other friend had his truck. Her other friend had her vehicle. And so, I mean, we had like this convoy thing going on. Okay. Well, um, Stacy's getting in her vehicle, and as she is getting in her vehicle, F comes out of the house. Where is my PlayStation? Well, the PlayStation wasn't his. It was in Stacy's name, but it was being rent to own. So we had snuck it out of the house so we could return it to the rent to own place. Okay. Stacy's big friend sat down on the stairs, put both arms up on the railing. I had went down there packing because I am female by myself, driving 14 hours away from my home, and I knew what kind of man he was. And I didn't trust him, and I was afraid what was going to happen with the situation. And so I had Pinky in my pocket, and that's all you need to know. But anyway, luckily he went back in the house. Stacy got her vehicle, started to back up. I got mine, started to back up. As Stacy left, I left. The other female behind me, the big male guy behind her, and we just proceeded on. And we got everything done, and Stacy is now safe after 28 years. Okay? 28 years she endured this. So she is safe, and so the escape angels won again. So, but yeah, so I had been trying to get her to leave him since probably the first month or two since I met her, and something went down that was really bad. But um, anyway, but yeah, she's safe and she's not going back. So thank you, baby. I appreciate that very much. Thanks, Drops. I appreciate that, hon. Yeah, we're actually going back down to North Carolina in September because our daughter is getting married. And so there will be a third trip to North Carolina this year. So, yeah, North Carolina's been busy for us this year. So, but yeah, but this trip was literally just to save her. It wasn't to see my kids, which I think I don't think my daughter understands that. Um, but I'll explain it to her more in detail at a later date that I was literally there just to save Stacy. And that was it. No other reason. It wasn't to see her, it wasn't to see Trenton, it wasn't to see my grandkids. It was just to save Stacy. And so Yeah, I already had an offer from Josh when I talked to him on the phone a couple of nights ago. He said, how did you word that? Something about, do you need me to go down and beat somebody up? Uh, oh crap. How did you word that? I can't remember. Somebody he'd been itching to beat somebody up or been itching to get into a fight or something like that. I don't know. I can't even remember now. But, so yeah. But she's safe, and, the only thing that really makes me mad about the situation is the other female friend that was involved in the escape, I guess either that night or the next day, went over there and told F where she was going. Luckily, there was more to the story than what this friend knew. So, but it just makes me mad that that friend did that. She knew Stacy had been abused for, I mean, years. Physically abused, mentally abused, verbally abused, you know, emotionally, you name it. It was all thrown in there. I mean, I had heard so much when I was video chatting with her, when I was on the phone with her. I had heard stuff and seen stuff, and I knew. And so, what, Mr. Rick? Yeah, I've been through a couple of those, but my ex-husband, Mike, Trenton's sperm donor, had a black eye one time from him. He grabbed my arms really hard and shook me, and so I had fingerprint bruises on both of my arms. And then when he shoved me back onto the bed, I had red marks on my chest. And then he took his wedding ring off, and he was like maybe a foot from my face. And he just, with his wedding ring, I don't know how he done it, but he flung his wedding ring at my eye, and it just, what? Why don't you take care of him, please? Take care of him, cure the problem. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, yeah. But that was like the absolute worst black eye. Actually, I think that was really the only black eye I had ever had. And it was so bad that it lasted for probably 2 weeks. And I flaunted that thing like you would not believe. I made sure when I picked him up at night at work that everybody that he worked with at the prison seen what he did. Yep, so was Mike. Mike was a mean drunk too. Yep. Okay, hold on. Okay, let me check the YouTube comments. Actual YouTube comments. Okay, top tab, let's show live chat visible to all. Okay. I don't know what I'm missing, baby. No, it's not showing. Did you text me? Oh, beat the brakes off of him. That may have been what you said. I think that's probably exactly what you said. But yeah, yeah. So yeah, I made sure. See, I wasn't a weakling. I mean, that night was probably one of the worst nights of my life because even though I had been through off and on HE double hockey sticks with my first husband, Russ never actually did stuff like that, you know? I mean, it was, I don't know. I know you do. Trust me, I know you do. Um, but yeah. Um, no, speaking of, you were supposed to call me back, ding dong. Anyways, but yeah, you know, I felt really low that night when Mike did that. And just thinking about all the times that Stacy must have felt that low, because I mean, I remember sitting in front of the refrigerator while the entire house was asleep with a bag of frozen vegetables on my face, crying. And I don't know if I was crying because of what he did just or crying because of the pain or crying because of how I felt or what, but he's and how many times over 28 years Stacy must have felt like that. That just kills me. But yeah, and just think she went through that for 28 years. Death threats. I was on the phone with her just a couple of days ago while I was in North Carolina. We were, I don't know, just talking, trying to. She didn't have me on speakerphone, so he couldn't hear what I was saying. But we were kind of doing some planning. She was kind of doing yes, no, I don't know, maybe, stuff like that. And he said, okay, she is disabled, has had strokes. She can barely walk half the time. Okay. And he told her that he was going to take her deep sea diving this Saturday, which would have been yesterday. Okay. I knew what he meant. We're talking about a guy that was so poor that he couldn't afford anything because he blew it all up his nose. There's no way he could have afforded a deep sea diving trip. But to take a woman that can't even walk deep sea diving, hmm it was code. I know it was code. She knows it was code, but yeah. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't want any I'm sorries or anything like that because I've already cried about it, but I'm going through a miscarriage. I passed the baby Friday morning. It was not expected, was not wanted, was not needed. I am 49 years old. My husband will be 61. So don't, okay. Um, we had to get help to have Hunter. We had all these miscarriages trying to have Hunter. Okay. Well, most of those miscarriages trying to have Hunter. And so I knew my body couldn't hold it. I knew I was going to miscarry. And I didn't even tell Jeff. And so I didn't even tell him until I got home from North Carolina that what was going on. So, and I didn't even tell you when I was talking to you on the phone the other night because you were so excited about your grandson. And I wanted to hear that. And because I needed to hear that. Because he is so cute. And it isn't like you're gonna drive all the way here to see me anyway, or yell at me, or kick my ass, or anything like that, because I have given you multiple chances to see me. Rick, I love you. Ah, I love you too. I love you so much. And Josh, I love you. And that's probably why I didn't say anything, is because I love hearing you talk about Cash. You get so excited. And you were sitting there talking about how you were gonna spoil him and all the things that you were gonna buy him, and so it was nice hearing you get excited. I love you too, Joshua. But I already messaged Rachel to see how much it would be to add another little blackbird, and she said 50, and so I was like, she said, honestly, it would be best just to add the little blackbird in with my next tattoo, and so that's what I'll do. I was thinking about getting like kind of because I've got like the moon and then the grandkids are the stars. And so I was thinking about doing like a universe type something or other up here. And so when I get like the universe thingamabobber up here, I'll have her add just another little blackbird. So, aw, that's just, I mean, I just keep thinking of one, the medicines I'm on and the my age and the higher probability of Down syndrome and, all of that. And so, and the help we had to have Hunter, there's no way I would have held it anyway. and so it was just best. We have, I'm 49, and so and Jeff's a diabetic, and so he takes medicines, insulin and, metformin and stuff like that for his diabetes and stuff. So, but I've got migraines, and so I'm on topiramate or something for my migraines. Um, oh, and then plus I'd been on my diet, and so I had not been eating the extreme healthiest, and so this morning I was 191.2, but treated ourselves to Arby's this afternoon, and so I went like way over my calorie limit. So, but I mean, I mean, if you guys sit there and you think about it, it was what, a month and a half ago, 2 months ago? I was like 210 pounds, and I'm down to 191, And so, I mean, I've lost real close, not quite, but real close to 20 pounds already. And you sit there and you think of that, how much is 20 pounds worth of fat? I mean, I've been able to kind of tell it in my face a little bit, just kind of right through here, and so I'm kind of proud of myself for that in ways. And so, but so yeah, as I said, it's been it has been a doozy of a week. And Stacy and I stayed in 2 hotels on the way home, and so, um, the first night was, right on the North Carolina, Virginia border. I wanted to just make sure I had her ass out of North Carolina. That was that was the goal for that night. I mean, we left North Carolina late, but I was just on a mission just to have her out of North Carolina before I stopped because, I didn't want her in that state that night. You know, if for some way he found a vehicle or something, I didn't want him to be able to find her in that state. And so I wanted her out of that state that night. And so, oh, heck yeah. I just love the beach. I don't know what it is, but I had never been to the beach until a couple of years ago, and now I'm addicted. I am hooked. I could just sit out on beach every day for the rest of my life and watch the boats, and I'd be happy. I would be completely happy. Um, Not this trip because I didn't get to go to a beach or anything this trip because it was just purely Stacy. But several weeks ago, when I went to North Carolina to see my grandkids and everything, hey Alfonso, um, I got to see a boat. I've never been to Georgia. I wanted to go because I want to see the moss hanging from the trees. When I went to Louisiana, oh, Caitlin was a baby. Caitlin was what, 2, 3 years old, if that. Uh, Caitlin's probably 27, so I went to Louisiana about 25 years ago. Heck yeah! Raid some for me. But yeah, I remember seeing the moss hanging from the trees, and that was so cool. I just yeah, that was awesome. Ah, don't you hate it when you type in the passcode on your phone wrong? It's like you know it and you hit the button, but it doesn't hit right. So, hello, Jose. We've got one steer. That is all we've got. But yeah, awesome, Josh. We haven't had any pigs on this place for a while now. I, yeah, it's been, whew, I can't even think of how long it's been. But yeah, it's been a while since we've had any pigs here. Okay, bye, Jose. Thanks for stopping in. Ooh, somebody's fast. Josh. I know, right? He was on that. You know what's sad? You can't even see my chest. Like, literally. No, you were good. You were fast. So yeah, I hate people like that. But I don't know, right? Josh is like, "Ta-ting! You're gone. Hi, baby cakes. Love you. Miss you." You know what I need to do? I need to call Miss Beth one of these days and say, "Hey, how much is it for an all-day treatment at your thing? Like a manicure, a pedicure, the back massage, a hairdo, like the works." And then save up my money and all of that and make an appointment and then go there, stay the night, and then the next day be treated like a queen. And then, yeah, that way yeah, yeah, that would be awesome. Plus, I get to spend the day with Beth, and that would be cool because I love her to pieces. She is like beautiful. Oh, okay, good. Yes, we did drops. Jeff has mentioned something about going camping somewhere in like the next couple of weeks or something like that, and I don't know. And then in September, we've got to go to Caitlin's wedding, and then October, I've got our deal here, which I'm having trouble finding some vendors for, so I don't know. I don't know. I'm I sent out I don't know how many emails, and I don't know if they just all went in because I sent so many out, and it was like a bulk email to all of those emails, if it went into, like, maybe all of those their spam folders or what, but I never got any emails from all of those vendors back, and so now I'm wondering, I don't know what I need to do, but okay, baby. Amazon-like site with no restrictions. What do you mean? Go give me a little detail what you mean. Drops, I'm talking to drops. Holy crap, Josh. What are you supposed to go to Kentucky for? Hmm. Ah. Oh, that meetup, Josh? Oh my gosh. Drops. Holy crap, dude. See, I had no idea. That is so cool. Well, then that's why you should start coming to mine, is because at mine, we don't judge people. And if somebody does become judgy at mine, they can turn around and leave because we're not like that at mine. And if you ever feel like you're being judged at mine, let me know because I don't put up with that shit. Seriously. I plan on getting more tattooed, and so if anybody wants to judge, they can kiss my ass. That is so cool. Drops, where do you live? What state? Just state. I know I've seen you before in other channels and heck, maybe even mine, but I don't think I've ever remembered seeing you. Yes, Alfonso, we've seen your comment before. The sun has a tendency to do that to people. There's your answer. Hmm. Well, if you guys aren't doing anything in October, October 4th and 5th, you can come to the North Central Homesteaders Convention in Macon, Missouri. Jason and Beth will be there trying to talk Josh, but Josh is always just so busy. And I think Rick was going to try to make it, but with his cancer and everything, that sort of kind of changed his plans. because I was going to make him his cookies, which, I could make them and send them to him, but my only worry is that by the time they got to him, that they'd be hard. And I don't want to make them. Well, if I put them in a Ziploc bag with not a damp, but like wring it out. Oh, bull. Beth would not judge you. That would be BS. I know better. Exactly. See? Beth is not like that at all. I was talking about you. Holy crap, Drops. Retiring and starting more businesses? Uh, I don't think those two go hand in hand. Well, that's why I said you come to mine. Ask Beth. They weren't judged here. They were loved. Oh my God. Beth is the sweetest person in the entire world. I absolutely love her. Eddie Pooh. Hi, darling. We missed you. 84. Oh my gosh. Hoorah, Eddie. So, Eddie, a couple of weeks ago, I got to go see Trenton and I got to stay on base and I got to hear them play taps at 10 o'clock. That was so cool. I know, right? Where is our Mitchie Poo anyway? Don't make me call him. How much you want to bet he don't answer? Should I call him? They had one that played, it was either at 5 or 6 o'clock, and then they had another one that played at 10 o'clock. Okay, should I call him? Yes or no? Should I call Mitchell? Eddie? Josh? Should I call him? Okay, Eddie says call him. Bet you he won't answer. Four zero five seven 800. Don't need his number going out over the thing, but he didn't answer for me, so who else is gonna call him? You just start spamming his phone. He'd kill us. I done my part. It's someone else's turn. Okay, Josh, your turn. Mitchell's gonna be like, "What the heck is going on? Are there really jobs?" Trenton didn't say anything about that. Oh, okay. We are so bad. Oh my gosh, we're horrible. Poor Mitchell. Okay, Eddie, your turn. Get him. Where's Gary at? I'm sure Gary probably has Mitchell's number. We need Gary in here so Gary can call him next. If anybody has Mitchell's number, call him. He is a poopy head. I know what you're wanting me to say too. I messed up that one time and said it. Figures. Let's see. You take Facebook Pay? I know you wouldn't. Oh my God. Okay. Is it my turn? Okay. Go. It went straight to voicemail. No ring, no nothing. Uh-uh. Doing good, Jake. Sorry. It's amazing how many of your all's numbers I got. Yes, we are. That's probably why. Let's see, I've got Alfonso's. Oh, where the heck's Ashley at? She's probably at work. I know I got Beth's. I've got Colby. He hasn't been in here for a while. I've got Dale's. Got Mr. Eddie. I still have Pineapple's number, but I tried to call her a while back and I don't know if it said something about the number not being in service anymore or what it was. I don't know. And I've got Gary's. I've got Gail's Southern Living Store number, but I've never used it. I've got Jason's, Josh. I've got Chris from Chris and Larry. I've got Missouri Randy, but I haven't talked to him in probably close to a freaking year. got Mr. Mitchell, got Ralph from Webb's Web, got Miss Rebecca, got Rick, got Rob, Zombie Prepper, Sammy Godwin, um, Jan, back Steve, Backwood Misfit, I've got Steven from Stephen Casey. I've got Tarsha. Oh, speaking of, okay, hold on, let me check chat again. Okay. Twice with hijack, once with voicemail, he's swiping. Oh, yeah, oh, Devin! Hi, babe. Yeah, sorry, we were prank calling Mitchell. We were being bad. Yeah, speaking of, have you seen how much weight she's lost? Holy crap. She changed her YouTube profile picture, and holy cow, I couldn't even believe that was the same woman. I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, it was just insane. Yeah, Jeff's been going out and picking our blueberries. They've been kind of coming in, so he's been picking them. So let's see, Tiffany from Mud and Mascara, I've got hers. Tony, I've got his. Um, and I think that's it. I think that's all the phone numbers that I've got. So, but that's a lot for you, just YouTube friends, you know? That's kind of cool. Well, make sure that he doesn't get any major scratches that become infected because I'm going to tell on Mr. Willoway. Mr. Willoway, while I was gone, went down and tried to hook something up, and I'm not even sure what it was. Um, I don't know if it was a sickle mower or what the heck it was. Okay, all I know is he had something up in the air or something that shouldn't have been, and the chain came loose and it came and stabbed him. One of the fork thingies went into his arm so deep that you could see the muscle, and then two of the other fork thingies hit him in the chest, and he may have a cracked rib from it because whenever he like coughs or breathes really heavy, it hurts him really bad. So yeah, if you guys are ever doing something like that, make sure your teams are secured and that you have things done properly, unlike him, because I could have kicked his ASS when I found out, because that could have been an extremely serious thing that could have caused me to have to come home and leave Stacy down there. And then that would have been an even more troubling thing because then at some point in time we would have had to replan Stacy's escape because I would have had to have gone back down there to resave her and it just would have been a mess. But yeah, he's lucky it didn't kill him because if I would have had to have come home because it landed him in the hospital, I probably would have killed him. Acorn tree is massive, 150 feet tall. Holy crap! Bartending with John. Holy cow, dude. You know how long it's been since I have seen you? ages, like literally ages. So how are you doing, Mr. Devon? That is insane. It has been a long time, John. How old would that tree be, Drops? That tree would be ancient to be that big around. Huh, man. Well, there's that, I guess. You got me thinking now. Gosh dang, I really hope our house is covered because we've got that big old cottonwood. And I was just telling Jeff the other day that if that thing falls, that's gonna smush our carport and probably our dining room and our living room. And so, yeah, that wouldn't be good. And power lines. Yeah, it would drop power lines too. Oh, Devin, that is so awesome. Yeah, we've got home insurance. I just don't know how much. I mean, that was something that Jeff did years ago when him and I, like, when he bought this place. So I don't know if he got enough coverage or what. I don't know. I don't know how much coverage he got. So yeah, I do know that our beautiful maple tree that turns red and orange and everything in the fall, I know that it was too close to the power lines because the power company came out and literally shaved half of it. Literally, they shaved off the entire back half of the tree. And I mean, it was just, yeah, our house is not that big, but we are out in the country, like way out in the country. But yeah, our house is definitely not 2,400 square foot. I wish it was because I'd like the extra rooms, but oh, Devin, that sucks. Yeah, we put a new metal roof on our house a couple of years ago and then had the house resided. So it's got new siding and then the metal roof. But see, I think Jeff had this house, it was either 4 or 7 years before Trent and I moved in here. And Trent and I moved in here in January of 2013. So, and then Jeff and I got married June 24th, 2014. Yes, yes. Yeah, it was getting to the point to where, it was raining into my dining room, and so, yeah, we needed a new roof really bad. Every time it rained, I'd have to get out a metal pot and put it under a certain spot because it would sit there and start dripping on the floor, and so we were like, "Yeah, you know what? It's time, definitely time." And so, yeah, we just kind of got the siding and then the money for the roof kind of lumped into one. And so Jeff and Trenton, I think, and then I think, one of my kids' friends, I think Tyler, I think he kinda helped for a day or so to help put the roof on too. And then, oh, and then we had the new gutters and stuff put on too. So all that was new. And then Jeff bought those, gutter leaf guard thingies. I don't know, he bought them off Amazon or something, and he slid those thingies on there, so we've got those thingies on there now too. The only thing that hasn't been redone is the windows, and I think they were kind of decently new when Jeff bought the house, so but oh gosh. Oh, and I got shit-faced last night for the first time in 12 and 13 years. For the first time in 13 years, I got drunk. I'm a lovable drunk. I'm not a mean drunk. I am one of those where I'll hang on everybody and be like, "I love you." I used to call Stacy, like, years ago whenever I'd go out drinking, and, of course, she was all the way down in North Carolina, couldn't do anything, but I would wake her up more than likely in the middle of the night and, telling her how much that I loved her. "Hey, Annette." Oh, I was. I could barely walk. I'm sure Jeff can verify that. I'm sure he can really verify that. I was let's just say, that, oh, how did I word that earlier when I was explaining it to a friend? Something about, um, oh, something the rail. Ah, I had to have I don't remember. Anyway, I had to have my foot on the rail. Literally, I had to have I had one foot on the bed railing, because if I didn't, oh my, I was riding the roller coaster. It was bad. So, oh, riding the rail. That's how I worded it. I was riding the rail last night. So yeah. Yeah, first time in 13 years. Jeff had never seen me drunk before. Never. Okay, baby. So, plus my best friend, for 22 years. Her and I had never gotten to do anything like that together ever, and so it was our time, to have a little bit of fun together. And so that's what we did. Lit a bonfire in the gazebo, which Beth and Jason, they've seen the gazebo, our little redneck gazebo, but it's awesome. And so we had a little bonfire going in the gazebo, and Stacy and I sat out there and just I pulled the before I started drinking. Okay, before I started drinking, I pulled the Kia up and rolled the windows down and turned on the radio, and then Jeff started the bonfire for us, and then I fixed Stacy and ours drinks, and we sat out there and bonfire and talked and talked and talked and drank, and then Dakota started drinking, and he came out there with us, and then I messaged Jeff and told him to come out with us and to leave the door open so we could hear the boy. But Jeff was completely sober, so yeah. So yeah, it was interesting. Woke up with a headache, stomach upset. So yeah, I could have done without that part. I had Since I hadn't drinking in 13 years, I had forgotten what a hangover felt like. Needless to say, it sucks. Really, really sucks. So yeah, I don't plan on drinking again like that probably for another 13 years. So yeah. Oh, I hate Walmart. Good God. Well, let's just say it was the first time he was the designated adult because for the past 12 and a half years since we've been together, I've been the designated adult. So somebody always had to make sure that they were sober enough to take care of the boy. So it was either Trenton or Hunter. So, but yeah, but yeah, I'm a lovable drunk. But I was being a good wife. I was sending him naughty texts and like naughty little Facebook jokes and stuff like that while I was drunk, I guess. So, because he asked me if I remember doing that, and I remember doing it because that's just me. I do it whether I'm drunk or not. So, ooh, light. Oh, the bed's being used for the first time ever. So that's kind of cool too. So that's kind of another thing that I like. I I think is kind of cool about Stacy being here is that, the bed's being used for the first time, even though it's just until tomorrow, at least it's being used. So, but of course, don't want to make Beth jealous, but Teddy's been giving his loves to Stacy. They died. They're gone. Jeff went out there and they were dead. So we have no more bees. Don't know what happened. They just died. There wasn't very many to begin with. She didn't give us a very good hive. So I don't know. He found the queen, and somebody, I guess, told him that since that queen wasn't producing a whole bunch of brood, that if he smushed that queen and then like a couple of days, waited a couple of days and put in another queen, that that queen would start producing more brood or something. I don't remember how it all I don't remember how it was supposed to have worked, but he smushed the queen, and then before he could get the new queen in there, all the other bees were gone. They were just dead. He is. Oh my gosh. It's like every single person that meets him just absolutely just falls in love with him because he gives you no choice. He gives you no choice but to love him because he is so freaking lovable. And everybody, they have such a negative thing against pit bulls. They always think pit bulls, they give pit bulls such a negative rap. And it's just Teddy is just, I mean, he is the most lovablest little thing. And, it's just, he's been cuddled and spoiled rotten since he was just itty bitty. I mean, I literally have a picture of him just, right here in the pit of my legs, and so yes, I know. Josh is just a lovable little fart. Yes. Not quite so little. He is pretty tall. And I know, Rick, I hope this cancer stuff just goes away just like so fast so you can come here and just see him and see this place and so I can make you your espresso cookies and because I swear you will fall in love with Teddy too. He'll give you no choice. Teddy, he's got such a different coloring too. He's got he's a tan with kind of these brownish spots on him. And so he's like a different coloring pit bull too. And so, oh, Teddy loves his ball. He's got this yellowish spiky ball and you throw it and he goes after it. But he likes to try to play keep away too. I know there is, baby. I know. I know it's a heck of a journey. Josh has still got to come and see me because I have been through Indiana, I don't know how many times the last month and have given him numerous chances to see me, to give his little sister a hug, his older sister a hug, littler sister a hug. And he has not been available. That would be Clifford. Teddy is a little bit more of a gentler, yes, lover than Clifford because Teddy, he's not as vicious with his paws as Clifford is. Clifford's nails, oh, that Stacy said they're like razor blades, and she is right. Well, I want Houston. Clifford is part pit. You can tell by his head that he's got a little bit of pit in him because he gets those pointy pit ears, how they kind of stick out and have anyway. If you know a pit, you know what I mean. But and then he's kind of every got his I don't know, like his jaws are kind of like a pit shape, but nowhere else on his body has any type of a pit shape. I don't know if he's mixed with lab or pit, lab, and hound or what, but Clifford is just mega mutt. Yeah, Jeff had a roaster something in the fridge to de-thaw or something. I don't know, but yeah. So, Josh, your new laptop, it's still working okay for you? I know. Oh my gosh, he is something else. Oh, he is. He's clumsy and yeah, let's just say, yeah, he is something else. And the way Teddy likes to cuddle. I think he was named perfectly too, Teddy Bear, because he likes to cuddle. What's wrong with it? Is it not working right? Oh, see, I bought this one. It was like last either October or November. It's an Intel Core i7, NVIDIA GeForce RTX. It's a Nitro 5. I don't know what else that is, but anyway, I don't have my glasses on, so I can't even read. I don't know what Windows it's got on it, but NitroSense Killer Double Shot Pro dual fan with quad exhaust port, full function Thunderbolt 4, HDMI 2.1. I don't know. That's all the stickers say. I bought a gaming computer because I play a game called Ultima Online, and I run a server off of this laptop until I can come up with the money to buy a computer to use as an actual server. And then when I do that, then I'll be doing the switching back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, which is nothing new. I've done that before. Been there, done that. Have you ever played any games? Oh, oh God. Let's see. Was there like a Commodore 360 or some shit? Because my first husband had a computer, and I want to say I think it was a Commodore something, but for some reason 360 keeps coming into my head, and I'm not sure why. Maybe that was it. I think yes. That's yes, Commodore 64. Oh, yes. That's it. Commodore 64. Russ had a Commodore 64. Yep. Huh. Man, that was a long time ago. Technology has changed so much. I mean, it is insane. I mean, just looking back at how much it's changed over my lifetime, over my kids' lifetime. It's just like, holy crap. You know, I never would have dreamed this, you know? Damn. Oh, excuse me. Gotta love my Dr. Pepper, though. I know, Rick. I know. Jeff, he was talking a while back, about the things that has come out, since he was born, and like my grandma, when, before she passed away, when she was in the hospital, I, one night I was just, asking her questions and just, curious. And I, was asking her, what was some of the favorite things that, you know, technology wise that had came out, technology wise, since that she liked. And her comment was um that she really liked the dishwasher and the washer and dryer, and I think she said the microwave, because the microwave was one of the newer things that had come out since she had been alive. That's cool, drops. Yeah, when Stacy and I was staying at the hotel in Illinois, we met another couple that was from Missouri, and the guy, um, who was actually my husband's age, he said that when he originally left home, he said that he left home at 15, and somewhere in there he became homeless, and he said that when he turned 18, he said he went somewhere, and wherever it was he went, he said that they had recruiting stations for all military on the same street. And he said that he decided that he was going to walk into every single one of them, and whichever one of them was able to recruit him and get him to leave ASAP, that would be the one that he was going to join. And he said that when he walked into the Air Force one, he said they was able to get him in, and he was going to be shipping out 3 days later. And he said so he decided to sign up for the Air Force. And he said 3 days later he left for boot camp, and he was no longer homeless and was having hot warm meals and showers and all of that. And so he signed up for the Air Force. And so that was kind of cool. Yeah, I've heard I've heard either Air Force or the Navy was the easiest ones. Yeah, my son is a Marine, my daughter was a Marine, my grandpa was Army, I was National Guard. Um, let's see, my first ex-husband was National Guard. His dad was Navy and National Guard. And then Eddie was Marine. Josh was Army, I believe. Mm. Oh gosh, God. That's cool, Rick. I didn't know that. My high school sweetheart, he was Navy. He was stationed in Bermuda. He was a weather person. I don't know what they were called in the Navy. I just knew he like did weather balloon thingies and predicted the weather. Trenton, he is no longer bulk fuel. He is now on the rifle range. He like teaches people to shoot, helps them get their like their expert and stuff badges. He helps them get that. Oh God, Josh. See, Jarheads is Marines. Um, oh crap. I used to know the name for the Navy ones. I've got an age spot coming up on my forehead, probably from too much sun. Plus, I'm getting old. So, oh, I remember what Trenton said to you about Army. You, you remember when you and Trenton were picking on each other, and Trenton said Army stood for ain't ready to be a Marine yet? Whatever. I feel old. You better watch it. You keep up with the you're not olds, then the I love yous. I'll come up there and marry you. Crayon eater. There you go. I would love to see you and Trenton together. Oh my God. You two picking on each other. That would, oh, I would. probably sit there and just freaking laugh my ass off the entire time. I swear to God, that would be hilarious. I remember, oh, Jim Bauman, he would tell me that when he was on the ship, he liked his steaks rare, okay? And he would say that they would literally take the steak and just run it across the grill, flip it over, run it across the grill again, and then slap it on your plate and call it done. And that's why he liked his steaks rare, is because that's how he was used to eating them off the ship. And I'm sitting there going, oh, I like my steaks medium rare, but there's no way I could eat them that rare. That would pretty much be like cutting a cow open and just eating it like that. Ugh, chair force, peer queers. Oh, Joshua. Oh my God. Yeah, you got that right, Josh. It definitely would be. Yeah, Beth. Yeah. Medium rare, same. Yeah, same here. Cross the meridian. Mm. I would show you your book, Beth, but I don't think I can even get to it right now because with the bed being down and having to move this thing out of here so Stacy has a little shelf, I've got like tons of stuff piled like right in front of my black thing. So, okay, come on, unlock. But see, I don't, I've never flown in a big airplane. Never ever. Okay. I have flown, sorry, Nat. Damn it, I missed a little sucker. Still missed him. Anyway, I I have flown in a small airplane, like, big enough for like four people. I've flown in one of those, but I've never flown in like a big aircraft. So, um, but I love the ocean and the beach and things like that. So I could probably do a ship, but not quite so sure I could do an airplane or a jet or something like that. That even, I mean, just the thought of it just kind of, nope. See, I haven't done it, so I don't know if I would like it or not. I mean, maybe I would, but, I mean, I as I said, I flew in a small one, but it was just, around this area from the Mobley Airport over, Huntsville and over Moberly and Cairo and, this area, and then we landed back at the Mobley Airport. Hmm, that would be cool. I would like to go to Belgium someday and Ireland, but definitely Belgium because I still have family over there, and I would really like to see my cousin Andy and my cousin Cindy and Wendy and Nancy and Norbert. I would really like to see them before I die someday, but that would be cool. Yes, his name is Norbert. Norbert Jakeleys. And yeah, that's actually how I found. Oh, yes, I know. Why do you think I love chocolate so much? Um, my on my father's side, and okay, my sperm donor. Okay, let's just say it that way. My sperm donor's dad, his parents came over from Belgium as children and met and married in Illinois. And so, um, yeah. So, the one day years ago, I was just curious. And so I looked up on Facebook Wendy Jaques because, I was Wendy and my maiden name was Jaques. And so I was just curious, if there was just happened to be another Wendy Jaques out there. And there was. And I was like, you've got to be shitting me. There ain't no way someone else out there has my exact name, my exact spelling. And when I clicked on her and it said Belgium, and I'm like, "Oh my god, we're kin. There's no way we're not." And somehow my great-great-grandfather and her great-great-grandfather were brothers. And during the war, the brothers split up. Um, one of the brothers went to Canada, and a couple of the brothers came here, and one of the brothers went back, but the brother that stayed is my lineage. The brother that went back is their lineage. And then the brother that stayed in Canada is the Canada side of our lineage. So that's kind of cool. That would suck. But, yeah, I done the ancestry DNA test one time, and I knew most of it would come back as like, the Northern Europe because of Belgium. But there was some Irish and Scottish in there, which of course I also knew because my grandmother that married the Jaques, her last name was McCormick, which of course Irish Scottish. And so I did have some Irish Scottish in there. But oh God, that would suck. Um the part that really threw me off though was the Norway and the Wales. I have got like 7% Norway in me, so that means somewhere in there I'm like part Viking. Ah, so yeah, that's kind of cool. Well, last night I was drinking Old Smoky salted caramel mixed with Dr. Pepper, and that's how I got shit faced. So yeah. Well, I always kind of thought, I mean, even before I found out that the Viking stuff was like kind of cool. The ruins and the symbols and like, how they used to make their ships and everything. I just always kind of thought it was cool. And then to find out that I was like just, had a little bit of Viking blood in me, it's just like, oh, yay. And the Odyssey has returned. And that sucks, Drop. That really sucks. I mean, what are the chances of that? Somebody with your exact name having a social security number, one number off. That just, I mean, crap, man. Really? Rick, dude, you're making it even harder for me not to come up there and see you because I know New Hampshire's like really close to you. You're doing this on purpose. I know you are. It's just like you're throwing like little hints out there. Next, it'll be make sure when you come, bring those cookies with you, or just bring the ingredients and make them here. I know. You're smiling or laughing right now, one of the two. You know I love you. Hold up. What, Josh? What's 45 minutes from the farm? See, I don't have any other Viking friends. I don't even have a ship. You got any palm trees down there? I can maybe make a raft. Use the palm fronds, braid them all together to tie the raft together or something. I don't know. I'm sure Amy might have a problem with that. I'm sure my husband would probably have a problem with me moving to Josh's farm so I can live near a Viking Stonehenge. I'm sure Josh would have a problem with building one. No, he wouldn't. He'd say, "Fuck it, this will be fun because I get to use my tractor and whatever other huge piece of whatever he has around there." He's a man. Josh would have fun using big toys. There we go, Eddie. Hmm. America's Stonehenge. I'll be darned. Well, that's kind of cool. Well, then what's the point? Oh, okay. So we're gonna, okay. Okay. So I need to make myself a Viking outfit so I can visit you and role play that I'm a Viking in your pond. Okay. While you videotape it and live stream it to the world, right? Uh-huh. Yeah, I figured as much. Viking costume play. Hey, don't tease me with a good time. I'll freaking do it. They've got a Renaissance festival thing in well, it's in between Columbia and Kingdom City, and you can like rent a vendor booth there and sell your wares. The And I've seriously been thinking about that because they have it 3 times a year. However, you gotta dress up. I want to do that so bad. Oh my god, I want to do that so bad. Mm, 'Cause I love steampunk. I just there's something about steampunk that is just it's I don't know, it's leather and lace and sexy and corsets, and it's I don't know, I love steampunk, but I don't think I could get my husband to dress up. So, yeah. Have any of you watched Salem? OMG. I streamed that sucker, I don't know, a few weeks ago, and wow. Yeah, mhm. Oh, I would love to. They've got one they do a, steampunk, festival in, Hannibal every year. I would love to go to that. Oh my god. You want to what, baby? Hey, Beverly, how you doing, darling? Been a few since I seen you in here too, Bev. You want to what, Joshua? Joshy Poo. Go to a steampunk festival or a Renaissance festival? What? Oh, Salem? Um, is that what you're talking about? You want to watch Salem? Salem is Hulu. I've got a free. Do you have Hulu? Okay. Josh, do you have Hulu? Okay. You can watch it then. If not, I've got a. They give me a free 30-day thingy for my birthday, and so I was able to stream it with a free 30-day thingy. But yeah, I freaking loved it. It's like witchcrafty, and so you've got to be like into like the witchcraft crap and sex and nudity and blood and gore, and it's got like a little bit of everything in it, literally. Hmm. Oh yeah, I'm sure he does. We might not be seeing much of the yoga cowboy anymore, considering he's a papa, a very proud papa. Uh-huh. Uh, yes, he does. Oh, and the beans. Can't forget his beans. Josh makes some killer ass beans. Okay, is that really you, or is that you in, or is that your face in like a cropped pic? Really? Oh my God! Damn it, Rick! That is so freaking cool. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna get my universe tattoo up here, get the other little blackbird here, and then having them do a little clamshell kind of right down here on my scar because a certain friend of mine has a clamshell tattoo. And so I get a copy of his clamshell tattoo, but miniaturized on my wrist. Uh-huh. But get it miniaturized on my wrist. That way he's always with me. And because of his strength and his fight with cancer. You know I love you. You are so awesome. Yes, you are. You've got this, baby. You are strong. You got this. But I am at my 2 hour mark, guys. 4 more minutes and I'll be at my 2 hour mark. Then I can text Josh and cuss his ass out because he didn't call me back the other night like he was supposed to. Well, there was a lot to talk about. Oh man, guess I'm starting to get tired. No, we are done with that for tonight. He's gonna kill us as is. I'm still waiting for a text or something. What the hell did you all want? Good night, babe. Love you. Need anything, let me know, okay? Love you too, Beth. Give Jason a big hug for me. Tell him to give you one for me since I can't be there to do it. Everybody have a good night. Love you guys. Stay curious, stay kind, stay subscribed. Josh, if you're still in here, love you, bud. Night, guys. Everybody have a good night. Love you, Bev. Big hug, sweetheart.